YouTube, what's good YouTube? It's King back in this thing, and if you guys are new here to the channel, definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps the channel out, guys, and I greatly appreciate all your support. And shout out to Doug in Exile. The link to his video will be down below in the description. Also, people are waking up. People are really waking up to what's going on out here. People are seeing what's happening to Trump, and you're either, if you're for Trump, you're irate, you're furious at what's going on and how he's being treated and being attacked and all that kind of stuff. And he's really only gaining more publicity. But if you're against Trump, it's like, you know, Candyland for you. It's like Christmas time for you right now. But then again, still, the whole thing with Trump getting bigger and just growing, people are still seeing that and starting to still panic and freak out. So you guys see what's going on by the title. Definitely stay tuned for the end of the video. I will be giving my own thoughts and commentary at the end. So we're here to just break this thing down and figure out what's going on. Let's go.
It's actually happening. We're finally getting there where the world is finally coming around to the conclusion that Michelle Obama is not running. No matter what happens with Biden, even if Biden goes away or they plug someone else in, the view is coming around to it. But there's other things going on. They have a two-body problem. That is, we have to get in their heads that not only is Michelle not running, but that the youth is actually turning toward Trump. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Let's watch a little tiny bit of the view first.
Former President Barack Obama was campaigning with our current president, Joe Biden, and told Jimmy Kimmel that he and Michelle agree that the Obama political legacy ends with the two of them.
Guys, if that's not good news yet, you haven't been paying attention. First of all, let's get a little subscribe to get me over 500,000. But she just said the Obama legacy ends. It's over. It's not going to continue. It's not going to continue with Michelle, and it's not going to continue with her daughters. So all done. That's good news.
President Obama, I have a Father's Day question for you.
I just wanted to play that and then play it again, though. But look at Biden's face during this question.
President Obama, I have a Father's Day question for you.
He's just like catatonic sitting there. Now we'll get to the question for Obama.
Who would make a better president, Sasha or Malia?
You know what? That is a question I do not need to answer because Michelle drilled into them so early that you would be crazy to go into politics. It will never happen.
How about neither one would make a better president? That's the answer. Or all three, or any of the four Obamas. Thankfully done. Anyways, Michelle is so anti-politics and pro her new Hollywood career. Yes, go spend all of Netflix's money on your pet projects. Stay away from American politics. Whew. But now the View are upset that the Obamas are staying away from politics.
So as funny as that is, it's also really sad.
No, it's also really happy, and it's still really, really funny. Yay.
Yeah. You know, because does that mean that politics have gotten so nasty that young people won't want to go into it?
It is nasty.
No, it's politics are so great that the Obamas are dropping out. They can't handle this kind of heat in the kitchen. When politics get really bad, Obama just kind of sleptwalked and did the Rat Pack thing through his presidency. Now things are tough in the world. Obama has no idea how to deal with a world in turmoil like what Biden did to the world stage. It's going to require some pretty serious, sober leadership. Time for the adults to get back in charge.
I miss Obama, though. When I see him, I want him back. Yeah.
Yeah, when I see him, I think, oh, thank goodness, that's ancient news. It's been a long time. It's going to be greater when we put Biden in our rearview mirror by quite a few years.
He just makes you smile. I love him. He was such a good president. But
Oh, they love him. You know, Democrats, they can love whoever they want. They're going to talk about how great the Kennedys are, and I'll remember them as trying to, the Kennedys' legacy is to try to murder that girl in Chappaquiddick.
I think that, you know, the Kennedys have a legacy. You know, they have that whole generation of guys. Yeah. Well, so look what happened with the latest, RFK Jr. Poor guy has a worm in his brain.
Yeah, they despise RFK Jr. That's a message to RFK Jr., by the way. This is what happens when you play stupid games. You get stupid prizes. How you liking your party now? How you liking the Democrats? Your lifelong people will stab you in the back. And of course, JFK the actual first Kennedy to be big in politics, did a lot worse than even what Bill Clinton is accused of in the White House, if you know what I mean. So thank goodness they're all gone. Glad they're gone. How's the legacy of Jimmy Carter working out? Beat it, you bum. I'm so happy to see Carter move on to Habitat for Humanity, building poor people's houses. Get out of politics. Obamas, stay out of politics.
They were subject, the Kennedys are all subject to the same kind of vitriol that any other president was.
Yeah, but who had more vitriol? None of them near what Trump has experienced. I'm not saying Trump's an angel. I'm only saying if they're going to mourn the kind of vitriol and things that chased the Obamas out of the White House and chased the Kennedys out, Trump has a better reason to get out of politics, and he's staying in. He's already a billionaire, and he's staying in. I'll let you guess why Trump is staying in. He wants to help America.
But with the Obama.
Yeah, the way they're doing Trump is just insane. And the fact that he's still staying in, even though he's already he's straight. He doesn't have to sit here and be president. But, the fact that he's still fighting and he's just taking on this persecution, it's wow. Shout out to you, man. That's just dope. And I really believe that a lot of as far as Gen Z guys like myself go, I think a lot of Gen Z guys are seeing that. I'm aware that my counterparts are super liberal, so there's that. And then it's the rest of my generation is super woke, so then there's that. So the future is kind of interesting. It's kind of fuzzy looking, but as of right now, focusing on right now, we definitely need Trump in office. That's just what it is. I would be freaked out to go to war and have Biden as president. And then on top of that, shout out to my subscriber who mentioned it. I didn't even think about this while, actually recording, but talking about nuclear war. I don't want to get too deep into that right now because, I still have to watch what I say and everything like that. But that's something that, is out there. That's a possibility. And that's something that needs to be just completely are aware of. We need to be completely aware of do you really want to jump into these battles like this? So that's my thought process regarding everything, but let's continue on with the video.
On top of that, you have racism coming at.
I'll let you guess why Trump is staying in. He wants to help America.
But with the Obamas, on top of that, you have racism coming at them.
Oh, good Lord, here it comes. They're going to play that card again. Again? Do we have any other card in the deck but the racist card to play?
And these kids remember when Melania and Trump said that he was a birther. Yeah. That whole lie that went around that said that Obama wasn't born in this country.
Who cares, by the way, if people think Obama wasn't born in this country? I don't get the big problem with that. It certainly isn't racist. I don't care if you think maybe he was born in Canada, maybe he was born in England. I don't get it. I personally, I really don't care where the guy was born. I think the bigger problem is he was a terrible president. And you know what? If he was a great president, I would be a lot less angry about what country he was born in.
I think a lot of Black mothers especially would be nervous about their children getting into politics.
Now, is that a good message for Black mothers, that you should be nervous about having your kids get into politics? What exactly should Byron Donald's mom or Ben Carson's mom or Tim Scott's mom? How about Dinesh D'Souza? I mean, all kinds of minorities that are doing great in politics. And Sonny's going you should be nervous. You should be very careful. I think you should just be as good of a politician as you can, regardless of your skin color.
Yeah, and especially right there, especially to the people that so for them to for her to say that is even crazier because I thought, it even says it on the screen, Juneteenth. Isn't it we're free and we can do everything and we stand strong, but then, be nervous about going into politics. It's contradicting. It's contradicting. I thought you can do all things. Oh, wait, no, you should be nervous about going over here, though. It's just backwards, man. It's just backwards. Let's go.
Because of the racial bias that still exists in this country, the societal bias, the structural racism that still exists in this country, even though people think that that's not true.
Yeah, it's especially not true in a democracy where we keep electing Black leaders. So if you have a democracy that puts someone in politics and they keep winning elections, lots of Black Republicans and Democrats. And she keeps going, but there's a real problem. Yeah, a real problem other than we keep electing black leaders. I mean, America loves a good leader. We elect them all the time. Men, women, all races, all kinds, win all the time. This whole thing about the racism thing is just it's a lie. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist. Don't get me wrong. Obviously it exists, but that racism doesn't have the final say. To real black achievement, racism does not have a final say. Real black achievement actually wins. That's good news.
Who would believe that this group of politicians on the right want to take all of our rights away? I mean, who can really believe that?
Now, I'm just not, do I have to even answer that?
I'm going to just address that too right there, because I hear that a lot. Like, I hear that one thing a lot. Oh yeah, Trump wants to take our rights away. And I'm like, they've already been taken away. Like, you got to be kidding me. Do you not have an Instagram? Okay, you can't just say anything on Instagram now. You can't just say anything on YouTube now. YouTube has like AI chat summary. So if somebody was to go live, you know, the AI chat summary would tell you what is being talked about. So if you join a live chat late, you know, the AI would update you on what's going on in the live stream. That's insane to me. So if they can do that, they can also shut you down. All right. And with Instagram, if you say anything that's like authentic or real, or you're telling somebody exactly what you think about something, or they'll label it as harmful or mean, or, you know, just abusive, or whatever the case may be. And then boom, you could just lose your Instagram, and then you can't start another Instagram up and all that kind of stuff. So like the whole like free speech thing. And then on top of that, they just make sure to keep people down, like financially. And then, yeah, let's tax the rich. Like what? You're, oh my gosh. That whole thing right there is just backwards. Like, on top of that, you know what? I'm not even going to start. We're just going to keep going with the video. I'll give my thoughts at the end.
All these right-wing politicians want to take your rights away. Is that, how is that even accurate? I mean, Biden's the one that tried to take your gas stoves away. They're so micromanaging every tiny thing. Just think of just what the environmentalists want to take away. Or Bill Gates wanting to take away your ability to eat meat and end cattle farming. There's so many regulations. How about end gas-powered cars? It's ridiculous. How about parents being able to manage their own child's life regarding reproduction or regarding choices they make about their gender? The government wants to take them away and make that for you. Who wants to take away your rights? Your party, Joy Behar.
So there you have it. Shout out to Doug in Exile. And they definitely want to take the rights away. As far as look at California, for instance. With California, they have it set up where your child, if they're like I don't know, like the age is 6 or something like that, they can be in middle school or high school, and they can start transitioning, swapping out. They can turn into a transformer. Let's just say it like that, right? And then with that being said, they can do that safely within the public school system without the parents, without the parents say so, without the parents being involved, without the parents having to know. And if the parent does anything about it or says anything about it, then they will just use the state troopers of the, CPS and whoever else, the child police services and all that kind of stuff, and take the kids away from the parents. That's completely insane to me. That's completely insane. We're letting kids make lifelong decisions and stuff like that, and they haven't even lived life. You got to be kidding me. You just got to be kidding me. Oh, God made a mistake. Maybe you just, I gotta be careful, man. This platform is interesting, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You start to realize more and more, some people really just don't like themselves, honestly, to sit here and do all these things to themselves. And to an adult, do what you want, but leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Why do we have to bring the kids into this? Why do we have to ruin their lives and F their life up? All right, because when they turn 50 and 60 and they reflect on their life, they're going to be like, dag, I can't believe these people let me do this to myself. That's generally what happens. you get older, you're going to have like things that you wish you did better, things that you wish you didn't do, things you wish you did, that kind of stuff. And yeah, let the parents be parents, that kind of thing. I'm not saying that's, that everybody's got it all figured out, but in that manner with the whole Transformer situation, it's wild. On top of that, talk about taking things away. What about taking away us? Like for me, okay, with the draft situation, that's something that I really looked at like, wow, you got to be kidding me. Now I got to go fight for a country that, doesn't even take care of the soldiers who did fight like that. People came back and then, they lost their jobs and then lost their families and all that kind of stuff. And then drugs were given out to people. And then like, it's just a downward spiral. On top of that, if I'm not mistaken, the immigrants Biden let through, their kids wouldn't have to go fight in war. That's insane to me. That's actually wild. But, to each his own, really. That's just the world we live in. But you guys definitely let me know down what you think down below in the comments. I greatly appreciate all your support. Thank you to everyone who watched the video all the way through, shared this video. Thank you guys. We're on the road to 60,000 subscribers. I will be broadening my horizon as far as content wise. Really interesting stuff. Comment down below your thoughts, and shout out to everybody who voted in the polls. The polls went crazy. I will be dropping more polls. Definitely, feel free to join the conversation. Shout out to the King Squad. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.